I'm guessing this guy landed on Boardwalk, and it had all the houses on it. KTUL News reports that police in Tulsa, Oklahoma, arrested a man after they say a family game of Monopoly turned violent. Officers were called to a shots fired call where the caller identified the suspect as John Armstrong, saying he chased her down and fired a shot at her and her father. When police arrived, they immediately took Armstrong into custody. Investigators learned the family had been drinking alcohol and playing Monopoly when a fight broke out between Armstrong and his stepfather. After knocking over the game board and turning over furniture, they were told to take the fight outside. Armstrong pulled out a gun after getting cut in the head and chased his stepfather and stepsister down the street, pointing the gun at them. He told police he fired one shot at the ground. Officers did not find the gun, saying they believe Armstrong hid it in the house before surrendering. Armstrong was arrested and booked into the Tulsa County Jail for assault with a deadly weapon. Dude, the railroads and the cheaper properties, that's the ticket.
Well, I guess they let the cat out of the bag on this one. Such a bad joke, but so appropriate. KVUE News reports that TSA agents at the John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York were shocked to discover an orange feline tucked inside a bag after it went through an X-ray unit. The traveler, who was headed to Melbourne Orlando International Airport, reported the cat belonged to someone else in his household, and he did not know it had made its way inside his luggage. When reached by KVUE on Tuesday, a TSA spokesperson said they were unaware whether an animal-related agency was contacted for a potential animal cruelty violation, but they did confirm that cat was alive when it was discovered. The TSA did report that the cat was returned home safely and that the traveler rebooked his flight. What they didn't report is whether or not the traveler will have to buy new luggage. I mean, have you ever smelled cat pee? That ain't coming out.
This guy might be living proof that not all attention is good attention. The Metro reports that a social media influencer has come up with an irreversible plan to try and get Elon Musk's attention. He got Musk's name tattooed on his forehead. Rodrigo America from Belo Horizonte in Brazil said the multi-millionaire Twitter owner is his idol. He told local media what he's doing, what he's going to do, taking human beings to Mars. His name will go down in history. He is an inspiration to me. Mr. Musk's name is inked in indelible huge letters across Rodrigo's forehead, next to a rather phallic-looking rocket. Rodrigo said it was his way of volunteering for the tycoon's highly anticipated trip to Mars, which his company SpaceX is hoping to achieve by 2024. The influencer, who has more than 490,000 followers on Instagram, explained he has been obsessed with the extraterrestrial for several years. He now has more than 10 tattoos of aliens all over his body. Elon obviously has a lot on his plate right now with the Twitter fiasco and all, so I don't expect we'll see Mr. Rodrigo on the first SpaceX Mars trip. But hey, you never know.
Lesson learned. Don't buy discounted anything from a company called Pirate Ship. WBTV reports that a small business owner in Charlotte, North Carolina, faced a shocking shipping nightmare. Lucy McDermott, the owner of Stash Charlotte, says she was charged more than $1,300 to ship a package that should have cost her less than $50. She ships inventory frequently, but what happened this time was unexpected. She thought she did everything right before dropping the box off at her local UPS store to ship it to a location nearby. But a week later, she got an email saying her shipment was overweight and oversized, and she was charged an additional $1,321. This is where McDermott says things got complicated. UPS wouldn't talk to her because she went through a secondary shipper called Pirate Ship for postage at a discounted rate. So she contacted Pirate Ship, filed a dispute, submitted all of the required documentation, and a week after that, she got an email saying her dispute had been denied and could not be appealed. WBTV reached out to Pirate Ship, who claimed that the machine saw the package as being larger than the carrier's maximum limits, and so expensive, penalties are applied. Like I said, don't buy discounted anything from a company called Pirate Ship.
Well, at least this guy was independent, I guess? WUSA 9 reports that a man walked into a Pizza Hut in Manassas Park, Virginia, headed straight to the kitchen, took food out of the freezer, cooked it, then tried to take the food and leave the restaurant without paying. According to police, 22-year-old David Obed Malara showed up an hour before closing time. During his meal prep, he allegedly pulled up his shirt and flashed a knife at an employee. After leaving the store and while in the parking lot, he pulled a knife on another employee who was attempting to stop him. Ultimately, no injuries were reported. Both employees involved have said they knew Malara, according to police. Officers initially responded to investigate a robbery. K-9 and helicopter units eventually joined in the investigation. Police took Malara into custody and he was held without bond. I appreciate his culinary skills, but really, all that to save $10?
If you want to see all our videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, click the subscribe button below. I mean, hey, my cat's gotta eat.